Hey everybody, hope y'all doing well today. This is another in my new series called Take Two Reviews. This week's movie is Giallo, and if you don't know what Giallo or Gialli, or lots of people pronounce it differently, it's an Italian thriller mystery type movie. The main period that Gialli were really big was from the mid 60s till around the early 80s, and then they started dying out. I never cared much for US murder mystery stuff, just never was my thing. But a lot of the Italian stuff just goes all over the place, and it's so crazy sometimes that you just have to love it. And they do a really good job normally of keeping you in the dark as to who the actual killer or killers are. This week, though, this is the movie. It is Umberto Lenzi's Eyeball. And if you can't tell, it's about a serial killer that their calling card is cutting the eyeball out of each victim that they kill. It's quite a good Giallo, though, as it's a lot of them, are set sort of stationary. They're set in a city or they're set in the country, but they're set somewhere where the surroundings don't change that much, so you kind of get wondering, why can't they figure out who the killer is? What's wrong with these idiots? In this, unlike a lot of them, you're following a tourist group. They're all Americans, or for the most part are Americans. They don't know their surroundings. They don't know anyone except for the people that's on the tour group with them. And one of the main people in the tour group, you keep getting a lot of false flags throughout the movie, thinking the killer's someone either related to him or pertaining to him. And they do a really good job all the way around. Umberto Lenzi did. Sure, it's not perfect. The pacing kind of gets, it's kind of up and down. For the most part, it's pretty good, though. Umberto Lenzi, I've got probably 15 of his movies. Some of his movies, like Spasmo, I don't really care for. It's like really busy and then nothing for long stretches. This is paced fairly well. It's acted fairly well. It's maybe just a little too long, but that's about my largest gripe with it. This set I have, you can still get the Blu-ray itself from 88 Films, but not this limited set. Although mine, the glue must have not been worth shit because it keeps trying to come apart. It's another that you have to import if you want that release, but I'm sure you could probably find a less quality US release. Yeah, I'm trying to think of anything else to tell you about this movie. It's fun. It might get you interested in Giallo, which I have about 100 Giallo, and they're fun. They keep you on your toes. And that's not like today's movies, when a lot of times you can figure out who did what within the first 10 minutes, and then you're just looking at your phone, which, why even watch the movie? Anyways, that's all I've got. I hope y'all enjoyed this review. Like I said, I think I'll alternate these where it's new and old, new and old, new and old. So next week I'll try to have something new. And I probably will, because I've got a couple things coming this week in the mail. Anyways, we'll see ya.